It is June 22nd, 1994. It's summer in California. On the field in Pasadena, the USA faces Colombia in the FIFA World Cup. One of the players is Andrés Escobar, a 27-year-old centre-back with flawless timing, calm eyes, and a heart full of hope. But this day will change everything. In the 34th minute, he tries to intercept a cross, but instead, he deflects the ball into his own net. 1 second's mistake, a nation in shock. Colombia loses, and Andrés Escobar will never return home. This is the story of an own goal, and a murder that shook the world of football. A story where sport stops being sport, and what's at stake is nothing less than life itself. In the early 1990s, Colombia is a country in turmoil. To the outside world, it's known for violence, drug cartels, and corruption. But there's one thing giving hope: football. The Colombian national team is thriving. Under coach Francisco Maturana, a side emerges that plays beautiful, technical football. Carlos Valderrama with his iconic hair, Faustino Asprilla, lightning fast, and at the back, Andrés Escobar, a gentleman on the pitch. They called him El Caballero del Fútbol, the gentleman of football, religious, humble, disciplined. He often spoke about leaving a positive legacy as a player and as a man, and he dreamed of playing in Europe. When Colombia qualifies for the 1994 World Cup, optimism is sky high. They've just beaten Argentina 5-0 in Buenos Aires, something no one had done before. Experts, even Pelé, name Colombia as one of the favorites to win it all. But behind the glamour, there's darkness. Several players and clubs are, directly or indirectly, financed by drug cartels. Players who score are celebrated. Players who fail risk more than just criticism. The match against the USA is an anticlimax. After Escobar's own goal, the team loses focus. Asprilla is invisible. Valderrama looks exhausted. Colombia crashes out in the group stage, a shock. It doesn't take long for the threats to start. Anonymous calls, voices promising that certain players will pay the price. Some players go into hiding, others leave the country. But Andrés Escobar, he stays. He wants to show his face. He wants to talk. He wants people to understand it was a mistake. Nothing more, nothing less. He even writes an article for a Colombian newspaper. In it, he says, "Life doesn't end here. We have to go on. Let's not lose hope. It's the last thing we lose." That article is published on July 1st, 1994, the same day he is murdered. On the evening of July 1st, Andrés Escobar goes out with friends in Medellin. He's just come home from the World Cup. He wants to return to normal life. At a nightclub, they meet a group of men. An argument breaks out, maybe about football, maybe something else. Outside, in the parking lot, Escobar is confronted by a man named Humberto Muñoz Castro, a bodyguard for the Gallon brothers, businessmen with ties to the drug trade. After a brief exchange, Muñoz pulls out a gun. He fires 6 times. Witnesses say he shouted, "Goal!" after each shot, a cruel reference to the own goal. Escobar dies in hospital. He is 27 years old. A dream, a symbol, silenced. The killer is sentenced to 43 years in prison, but as often happened in Colombia in the 1990s, the justice system fails. Humberto Muñoz Castro is released after only 11 years. The Gallon brothers, the ones who hired him, are never prosecuted. Thousands gather for Andrés Escobar's funeral. Children cry, adults cry. Football stars carry his coffin. Across the country, a moment of silence is held. And even today, he remains. On murals in Medellin, in the names of football fields, in the memories of those who saw him as more than just a player. Andrés Escobar made a mistake, an own goal. But he made it in a time, in a place where football was never just a game, where the ball wasn't just round, it was loaded with life and death. His story is a reminder that when football's magic is lost to violence and greed, it's no longer a sport. It's a war with real casualties. And maybe that's why his last words are still whispered on the streets of Medellin. Let's not lose hope. It's the last thing we lose.